Are we already started? Oh, I'm right on time to watch Taiwan live TV!
Good evening, hi. Matthew, how are you doing? Welcome to Taiwan Live TV. We are at Win-Win's here. Amazingly enough, I was here the other night for my studio with a virtual background. I've been talking with friends of mine in the States, and they say that everyone is terrified. I didn't use the term terrified, but people are frightened, concerned. So, thought we would just have a little something I don't have too often, some Jim Beam and some sea lemon. Put these together, and this is a highball. Reception's not good. Check your internet connection, please. All right, so how's everybody doing? Now, we are pouring the drink. Pouring this stuff right here. Now, I'm in Taiwan and I got my mask on, but I want to show you this thing here. This is just two little clips and a shoelace. And this way I can just let go of my mask and it falls and it just hangs down like that. So, good. That's a contribution that that my friend Dennis made, and when he showed me that, it was amazing. But yeah, that's what it is. Keeps the mask in in its place, and so there you go. Now let me do this because I can hang on. Let me do this. I'm going to put this right up here. Oh, I noticed that this is out of frame. I wonder why that is. Okay, let me put this up here. So you guys can see it. If you want to give me a Skype call, I have Skype running on this device, and I will simply do what I always do, which is hold it up. And yeah, that's what we can do. We can take those calls. I'm on sort of a fast. I've dropped about 3 kg. I got my hair cut. That took some weight off too. I have a little bit of sausage, some of the bacon wraps, and that's all I've had today. Haven't had anything since yesterday. Family's good. Family's really good. You know, this funny thing, right? Was I made this today at the stationery store, right? I just got the clips and stuff. And let me do this. Let me put it down a little bit like this. See, when you drop the mask, it just goes like this, right? Okay. And my wife saw it and she kind of giggled, but then right away she wanted to make one for Phoenix, our daughter, because Phoenix has she has school and she has to wear a mask at school every day. The schools are open, but the kids wear masks. So the question is, how is your family doing? Taiwan has flattened the curve. Okay. Taiwan has flattened the curve. We have we've only had one or 2 cases in the last several days. Wow, it's cayenne pepper. Wow. Only 1 or 2 cases in the last couple of days. So, wow. Cayenne pepper, man. Wow. Glad I got this highball. That'll change your voice, huh? All right, so we are broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Periscope. And we have comments captured from all 3. My glasses have some moisture on them from wearing the mask. You wear the mask and it makes your glasses all foggy. So, all right, now these are the bacon wraps. I thought I'd just have a kind of a normal late night here. It's like old times. I got a sign here in Vietnamese, but I don't know what it says. And I do have a couple leftover peanuts. These are the garlic peanuts. I've had these for over a week. Oh my goodness. I'll give us a call right here. Taiwan Live TV. Put you on the other device. Regina, hello. On Periscope. Nice to have you with us. It's a very good question. I'm going to show you, William, this is a real good question. I'm going to show you a graphic that's several weeks old, but it kind of illustrates the point. What Taiwan did was they mapped everything. They, early on in the game, stopped contact, thank you, Regina, with China. Some say they waited too long to limit travel from the rest of the countries, but you can see that what they did was they kept the number of incoming cases down low, okay, from the beginning. Very early on, Taiwanese authorities, I think it was on December 31st. Anyway, December 31st is when they made their first report to the WHO, so it must have been a little bit before then. They went to Wuhan because they knew something was up. They went there and they checked it out. And the doctors were very frank and open with them. That's before, you know, they got censored. And they said this is a non-typical type of pneumonia. Taiwanese seen that before. So the Chinese. But the difference is that Taiwan has been isolated and marginalized, so they don't believe what China says. They just do what they know they should do, regardless of everybody else. Because at the beginning, when Taiwan implemented flight restrictions, the WHO criticized them. Remember? It's not necessary and all that. And all of a sudden the WHO went like this, and all of a sudden they went boom, and there's a major emergency. So they basically implemented the system that they started during the SARS epidemic in 2002-2003. And they have the Central Epidemic Command Center. It's a building with, you know, beds, restaurant, everything. So these guys go there, and, you know, and they stay there for months. When they have a, well, the Vice President of Taiwan is an epidemiologist, and so he was crucial in setting all this stuff up. So they have a commander named Mr. Chen, and his name is Chen Sezong, and this guy is He's 66 years old. He's a tireless, fearless leader. He just simply states the facts, doesn't politicize things. And so the second thing that they did was they took control of the masks. Sometimes eminent domain is bad because it puts people out of business. They say, okay, you know, your property, everything you have belongs to us now. Well, Taiwan took control of all the masks. The Taiwan government took control of all the masks, but they paid for them. And then they told companies, we want you to bring new, I hate this, additional assembly lines online to make masks. So it should have taken them a few months. It only took them 25 days, and they were up to 10 million masks a day. And now it's even higher than that because they started mask rationing. You could get 3 masks a week. Now you can get 9 every 10 days. And they have an app. You just use your phone and you can get them delivered to the 7-Eleven. It's pretty amazing. So every 10 days I get 9 masks. I don't use anywhere near that because I reuse them. And as you see, I've got my my mask lanyard holding it. You know, so yeah. Yeah. They did. Mask rationing, yeah, you're right. I can't even say it once slow. There's a document, William. I don't know how to get it to you, but as I recall, if you go to the Taiwan CDC, it's in their document area, and it shows the step by step that they took. It was ridiculous, like something like 125 separate line item things that they did. But yeah, a lot of people don't know that. That the Taiwanese authorities went right to Wuhan because that's, you know, they identified it early on as coming from there, and that was before. Please don't stop me. That was before the CCP shut all the doctors down and censored them. So, well, they did. They did. The problem is, you know, it was politicized. On the other hand, people say, don't politicize it, but it was politicized, you know. It's always easy to armchair quarterback, right, William? And you can just go, oh, you messed up, or you messed up, or whatever. What it comes down to is China has too much influence. Simple as that. They have disproportionate influence. Because someone today on Twitter said, you know, that Finland, hey Ken, how you doing? Fist bump to you too. Finland contributes more to the WHO than China does, but the WHO doesn't bend over backwards for Finland. It's because Finland's not a threat to anybody. So I know the President of the United States said he wants to defund the WHO. Maybe you should give that money to the Taiwan Health Agency. I mean, I think right now, without politicizing this, though, I think when you stand back and you objectively look, and it doesn't matter where it comes from, doesn't matter what color the people are, what language they speak, where they're located, just look at performance. I think most people would go along with the Taiwan Health Organization or agency or whatever and want to join that. And so what's happening, this has been very good for their space. Been very good for their international space, but you are 100% on the money. Dean, how you doing? When people say it's all about money. It's because it is. Everything that ever happened to me in my life was about money. Oh, really? Oh. Oh, you know what? You're absolutely right. I forgot to put the title in. I gotta change it. Thanks, Matthew. My work flow is a little different. With Prism, I forgot to put the title in. I can't do it now. Ah! Oh well. I can edit later, but not now. Matthew, you take care. Oh, thanks. Oh, you mean the temple and Huko? Yeah, that was fun from 2016. Well, I usually don't ask people to share, but please share this broadcast because I'm dumb and I didn't. Which also means that the YouTube live, right? Yes, exactly. Which was actually yesterday. This year it was yesterday. So that means the YouTube version has the old. Oh. Okay. Well, I could add text across here for the new title. So anyway. Mike, fist bump to you. William, I don't know how many, maybe dozens anyway, of those old Periscope broadcasts, screen captured. This is before the terms of service made that illegal. So I screen capped them way back, like the glory days of Periscope. Just taking the best bits. Most of the better streams of that kind, I think you can boil down to 30 minutes, That's what I think. But anyway, I appreciate your support, William. Now, over here, sorry, cayenne pepper. Taiwan Live TV is our Skype. We've done that a few times. And that's the way to go. I love it. Oh, I see, okay. What's on the menu is some good old Taiwanese sausage and some of these bacon wraps, and that's it. I'm strictly like low glycemic load. Except for this. And we have Jim Beam making a highball. I'll tell you what I'll do, William. Let me look through the archives. And I don't know if you went back a little bit, but in my past broadcasts, but I did a scope from the Fo Guangshan Buddhist Center in Kaohsiung. I did a replay. I'll get to you in a second, Mike. But I do have some other temple broadcasts. Excuse me, I'm wiping my nose here. David Osaka was here almost exactly a year ago. Gosh, it's amazing how time flies. But if you go back a year ago, particularly on YouTube, it's easier to find. You'll find that Dave and I visited a Matsu temple down south here, about an hour. And they had a huge, monstrous Matsu in the back. It's amazing. Leslie amplifiers. I had a Leslie. What would they call it? The 145 or the 47, I forget, it's been a long time. I had a Hammond M3 organ with a Leslie. Okay. Oh, you do? I hate that, Regina. I have that too. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm not exactly big news, William, and I understand why. I have another channel, Phoenix Media Forge, and I'm going to start doing some music technical stuff on there, like how to use a console in a recording studio. Okay, Ken, thank you. You know, things like that, instead of using just the DAW interface, that kind of stuff. But the Taiwan Live TV things, I do, you know, stuff from Taiwan. Now, I have my gimbal with me. If you guys want to take a walk, we can go down the street. About the Leslie. Leslie was invented by a guy named Don Leslie. And for those who don't know, it's a rotating speaker system that he had originally designed to be used on like an organ. And there's a transducer in the bottom, and it goes up to a rotating set of cones. Now, what a lot of people don't know is one cone is a dummy. It's sealed off. Only one cone emits sound, but they have two, so it's balanced. You know, if you had a fan, right, and you cut one blade off, it would be completely out of balance. There's a rotating, there's a downward facing, usually a 12, or I think it's a 15-inch, you know, paper cone speaker for the bottom end. And there's a rotating drum on the bottom that has an aperture that goes around, okay, it goes around a circle. And so, like, looking at it, I'm pretty sure, I mean, I'm going back to like 1981. The top spins one way, probably clockwise, the bottom spins the other way, okay? And the bottom spins slower, it's slower to come up to speed. But whenever you hear that, okay, I don't know if you guys know what vibrato is, but for a singer, it would be like when you hold a note and then you go into a waver, ah, that's vibrato. And then when you hear like an organ, it'll do that, wah, that's the Leslie. And they're awesome. And I'll tell you what else they're really good on. They're good on guitars. If you just search on Leslie guitar, you can find some amazing stuff. I built a box in my 20s, and I noticed on my M3 organ, because it has the back off, it was road organ, you know. I had the tone generator screwed down tight and everything. I noticed, you know, the organ has a volume pedal, right? And the volume pedal is encased in a box. So you go behind the organ and you can see the box right there. There's a little RCA jack next to it. I said, what is that? So I plugged the cable into it, and it went into the Leslie. And I said, you got to be kidding me. And I plugged my guitar into it, and my guitar came to the Leslie. I said, that's all I got to do to get into this Leslie is plug into the RCA jack on the foot pedal housing. So I made a box that would send my signal to my orange amp stacks, and stacks as plural, to the orange amps, and then over to the Leslie. So I would be playing like super grindy, you know. And then, oh, thank you. And then hit the switch, and it would be almost like acoustic. Now, Leslie has a whole new line of products. And they're very affordable. In the old days, they were huge. I mean, they're monstrous things. We had a road crew. I never had to pick that thing up, thank goodness. But our road crew did, and it took two big burly guys to pick that Leslie up. It's solid wood. It was designed to be like a piece of furniture in the house. Of course, mine was scratched. It was just all scratched up. But it was a fine wood cabinet. Well, I'm not real sure. But here's what we can do. We'll go to sweetwater.com. And that's where a lot of place that that's a place that I used to buy a lot of stuff. I'm going to look at Leslie amps just for you. Now, oh man, this is the Leslie model, the 3300. See that? It's 300 watts. The bottom is it's a 15-inch transducer, 2-speed rotary horn. It's $2,500. Here's the one like what I had. See the wood, the beautiful wood cabinet? Look at that. Yeah, that's it. See, this guy's $28.95. But it goes down. There's a keyboard amp for $649. And they even make just the well, they make a 200-watt 3-channel keyboard amp. It's $17.95. They make a 100-watt 12-inch keyboard amp. It's like $550. There's a lot of different versions that they have, you know. But the cool thing is you can get, if you're a guitar player, you really don't need the bottom part. You just need the top part with the horns. And if that's what all you need, you can get that. But there are also competitors that make the rotary speakers. And I've seen a couple. They're pretty nice. I forget what they're called now. But I used them in the studio, and I loved them. I would love it when someone would come into the studio with a real Hammond and a real Leslie, because there's just no substitute for that. 4 mics, you know, on the top and on the bottom, so you can hear it spinning in stereo. A lot of stuff that I did back in those days of the Britain band, you know, recordings and stuff we did were, you know, mic'd like that in stereo. Interestingly enough, the Behringer X32 console and many consoles and many plugins do a Leslie effect, rotary speaker, and they're uncanny sounding. They sound really good. Well, that's what you do. You mic the Leslie. What some people did was they did things like they took a Sawzall and cut the top off so the horn was just sticking up. You know. But you have to go close in. Because you've got a big rock band. You don't want those mics open and picking up the guitar amps and stuff, so you got to mic it really close in. And in those days, our PA, you know, the sound reinforcement system was not stereo. So, thanks, Mike. So we only use one mic on the top and one mic on the bottom, you know, live. But the studio was different, obviously. It had more control. No, not a problem. And it was a lot of fun in the studio using the guitar, the Leslie. Now, if you want to know some songs that have guitar Leslie, one of them that comes right off the top of my head is Boston's "Let Me Take You Home Tonight." The introduction, you know, dun 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 dun, that's all Leslie. And every time they go back to the intro from the turnaround, it's Leslie. So yeah. And I remember that Badfinger, if I'm not mistaken, used the Leslie a lot. I'm trying to think. Anyway. Part of the fun is to do the search yourself. I apologize to everyone for the terrible title. Now, before I go any further, I want to thank my sponsor, iVideo.com.tw. Now, depending on what platform you're watching, either in the description or in the profile, you can find a 10% discount. Make or sell or rent, rather, things like this, the battery bank box. Look at this. This is a Wi-Fi box, and we're using it right now to run this broadcast. And it will charge your phone too, so that is a cool song, isn't it? Anyway, this is the kind of products that they have. This is my personal favorite. When we went to Thailand at the beginning of this year, just before the COVID-19 pandemic began, we used one of their Wi-Fi boxes. It's great. So not many people are traveling, but you know, the great part about iVideo.com's service is that they're often cheaper than what you can get on contract in your home country. So iVideo.com.tw, check them out. You're just gonna have to check it out, Mike, and do some searching. That's all I can tell you. Now, Skype call, Taiwan Live TV. Give us a call if you'd like to. I know another song. No matter what. Badfinger. I'll get a copyright strike. You know that song? No matter what you are, I will always be with you. Okay, now, the second verse. Yeah, the second verse, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, Badfinger used the Leslie on guitar. And it's a great sound. Now, when you're using these, it's all gone. Our friend David Osaka can tell you how tasty it is because he's been here. Part of the Leslie sound is the cabinet, you know, and the thing is, you can have, you know, getting the rotating speakers is that's easy, but emulating the cabinet sound. I'm going to need more information. What song from the 80s? Okay, my little selfie light's dead. That's it. Yeah, there's no more power. I need a little more information. So, to make one more. Oh, that wasn't from the A's. That was Badfinger from the 70s, like 72, I think. Badfinger. They were pals with the Beatles. Those are the guys that did that song Day After Day. Great tune. And they claim that George Harrison played slide on it. I think that, in my opinion, Day After Day is one of the most brilliant songs ever written, sure, and recorded. And it's sang, I mean, it was sung by Pete Ham, just incredible performance. And the slide guitar on it is just magnificent. Sorry. I live in the industrial park, and every day there's something going on with the air. I should move, but I got business over here. All right, I got 1, 2, 3, 6 of these peanuts. Badfinger, yeah, they did Come and Get It. You know, if you want it, here it is, come and get it. Anyway, is that the name of the song? I think so, yeah. There's a really rare movie called The Magic Christian with Peter Sellers and Ringo Starr, and that's the theme song. Oops. Sorry, didn't mean to put that in there. I'm looking, I thought there was something I wanted to show you guys. But I do want to do a bumper, so let's do a bumper.
Hi, this is David Osaka.
Live from Greenland, and you're watching Taiwan Live TV with MJ Klein.
You know, Bonnie Raitt just exudes brilliance and quality. You know what came on there tonight? I was cruising through the channels on my no, never mind. That doesn't apply. Ha! Yeah, I'm thinking of somebody else. But yeah, Bonnie Raitt is just really great. Yeah, and she does, and she's an excellent guitar player. She's a good writer too. There are so many good artists that it really bugs me when the mediocre ones get all the attention. You know? Anyway. Because I worked in Boston, the city. And, you know, for everybody that was in, quote unquote, the big time, I could name you 5, sometimes 10 people in the same genre that were better, but they didn't get an opportunity. And I myself, I just had tons of medical problems. The medical problems are what put me out of it. You know, that really was. That was it for me. The medical problems. No. All right, now we have a Skype call. So let's see who this is. Audio. Hello. Oh, this is Kenrod. Ken, let me do this. Speaker says speaker is off. Hold on. I need to put. Wait a minute. It says speaker. Hold on. Oh, here it is. It's up here. Kenrod, how's it going? Kenrod is showing video, but we're talking about doing a. This is okay, man. No. You know what I should do, Ken? You can hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set you down. I'm going to set you down next to my drink, though, so you'll be comfortable. And I'm going to go get the other clamp that I have, and I can just go up here and put this on. You know, this is, nobody cares. This is live TV. All right.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back right after this.
Oh. Hi, everybody.
We can still hear you, Ken. Okay, good. Now I'm back here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this clamp right here. I'm going to go like this. How did the Boston band get its name? I don't know, Mike. Maybe it's because Tom Schultz was at MIT, which is in Cambridge, right across the river, and they played in the city of Boston every night. I don't know. That's kind of what I think. Oh. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, hold on, because what I got to do is I got to do. Hold on. Sorry, guys, I wasn't prepared to do this, but this is okay. All right, let me do this. Hey, now.
Should you just put it on? Should you just put it on?
All right, hang on. Now, you still there, Ken?
Yes, I'm still here.
I want to see your video.
Oh, you see my video?
Wait a second. Wait. There you go. No, never mind. It's me. I'm stupid.
Okay.
I'm stupid.
Yeah, that's okay. Sorry. Should I call or should I not call?
Hang on. Hang on.
Okay.
You got. I hate this. You got. There you go. You got minimized. I can't stand this. Okay. I'm gonna not touch anything. Ready? Okay. There we go. Now, everybody, this is Ken Rod, and Ken, you're from San Antonio. Yes.
Antonio, Texas.
There you go. All right.
I just woke up probably about an hour ago. So,
You just woke up. You lazy. No, I'm just kidding. Ken, are you still working?
Yes, I'm still working.
Yeah.
I got minimum. Well, they cut my hours a little bit, but I'm still working at least 35 to 40 hours.
Wow.
Still have a job.
Yeah. No, that's good because a lot of people don't. So let me ask you this: do you know anything about these? Yeah, I know, on the fly production. I know. Do you know anything about these stimulus checks that are going on?
Apparently they're sending stimulus checks out to every family, and then I guess it depends on the size of the family.
Well, I guarantee that I'm not getting one, but I don't want.
Right, but yeah, I guess they at the end of the year when you put in your taxes what you got, so you have to claim that.
Okay, that's cool. So let me ask you this question: when you go out now, you're wearing masks all the time, right? Whenever you go out.
At work, I don't wear a mask because our counters are 6 feet. We kind of make our counters where we actually have a plexiglass on in front of us. But when I go to the grocery store or anything like that, I don't have a mask per se, but I have a mask made out of a bandana.
I see.
And I wear that when I go to the grocery store.
Well, that will help, definitely. Well, that's cool, because sounds like you're your company, your place of work has implemented social distancing, into the process.
Yes. But they still, they order by phone, and we're selling to go only.
Oh, really?
So they had to come inside to pay, because we don't have like a square for them to pay outside. So they do come in and pick up their food. And the food is discounted. We're selling $5 pizzas,
Wow.
cheese pizzas, and then one topping is $6.99. And then we have wings that we sell for $5.
来下看看，
Everybody's coming for the
这
wings
是不是
now.
这个是播放的，这个是 call， 就是对。Sorry, I'm talking to the guy behind me and trying. 来下看看，我给你看。He's asking me about he was waving to the camera, but what it was he was waving to you, Ken. I don't think you can see him because I have my camera off. So 没关系，他们看不出。I love you too. Thank you. Okay, so that's Taiwanese, man. People ask me, why do I live here? That's why, because I have grown men over 60 telling me that they love me. I think it's fantastic. So, anyway, maybe it's my pink mask, but anyway. I'm sorry, we got
White hair, right?
yeah, that's what it is. We got totally off track on it. That's okay. I'm just kind of off to the side here, as you can see. I'll put you right in the center because.
I'm using my mobile phone, and so I had to get off YouTube to make the call.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you can watch yourself. You can watch yourself on the replay. So there you go. Ken, let me ask you a question. Like in restaurants and supermarkets where you're at, you're in the San Antonio area. Do they have things marked off on the floor? Let me give you an example.
Yes, they do.
Oh, they do. Oh, so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, they have social distancing stickers on the floor. Like they're like 4 feet away. So when
Excellent.
you stand in line, you have to stand on that mark. And then when the next person moves up, then you stand on the next mark.
Now, what happens if somebody gets too close? Is there like a hall monitor that comes over and says, "Hey, you got to move"?
No. Because they do have somebody that monitoring the cashier area, but I haven't seen anybody go, "Hey, sir, you need to step back," or "You need to." I haven't seen that.
Are people polite? I mean, not that you don't have to be a jerk, but I'm just saying if you turn to somebody and say, "Excuse me, you're a little too close," is that cool? Like.
Yeah, I haven't seen that much paranoia, I guess, that people are doing that. Yeah, because in the grocery store, they are only allowing so many people inside the store at a time.
Yes.
But I haven't seen anybody like you are trying to get an item. They don't go, "Hey, man, you're too close to me."
Oh.
I haven't seen that.
Well, I did tell somebody that the other day. I was in line getting my mask, and there's some Filipino people that they were, male and female both. They were just a group, and they weren't really like watching what they were doing, and they were jibber jabbering in Tagalog, which is cool. And all of a sudden, this woman's elbow touched my arm, and I just turned to her and I said in English, "Would you mind moving back to the end of the line?" And they just said, "Okay," and they went back. But it's like, how come you don't know that that's too close and I got a mask on and you don't? But, that's just how it is.
Yes, it just depends on the people.
Well, nothing you can do about it. But Ken, thanks for joining us. This is cool on the fly, on the fly Skype call. So that's how it works. It isn't any more difficult than that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I wasn't expecting video, but it actually worked out pretty good. Take care, man. All right, bro. Thanks, man. All right. Love you, man. Love you, man. You take care. See you. Bye-bye. All right. That was Ken Rod Ken Rod's been one. Oh, this is a mosquito. Ken Rod's been one of my biggest supporters since the beginning of my channel. And yes, I do love him. He's a great guy. And you know, I have so much respect for Ken because he's not only a good man, he's a good husband, he's a good father too. He's a good example for everybody. Your sister made you a mask. Really? Now my sister has a neighbor, and the neighbor makes masks. I'm going to have her on my show. I'm waiting for my sister to coordinate the whole thing. But she's really busy. And this is important because she's making masks, you know, they have the folds in them, you know, so you can extend them. But the thing that it uses is it uses a vacuum cleaner HEPA filter. It's just a thin piece of filter material. But that slips into the mask, and that's it. That's the secret, is the filter material. So yeah, I'm going to have her on my show. Probably from the studio, because it's easier to put multiple people on than holding my phone up, you know. That worked out fine, but yeah, I'll probably be using StreamYard for that. And the point being, though, that she has some prototypes that she went through, and I want her to show, excuse me, the prototypes, and I want her to show how she, you know, how it evolved into the masks that she's making. Now, my sister says she's done over 150, all nonprofit, and I think it's great. I want to have her on, not because she wants to make money or not because she wants more orders, because she doesn't want any more orders. I want to disseminate the information so that people can use that to their own benefit. So, for those of you who just joined, yep, this is how I usually am during the day, most of the time. But here, we've got social distancing, and there's nobody out here, so I got my mask, and I got my little thing to hold it, so it's great. But I have postnasal drip and a number of sinus things, but I don't want to, you know, get like inferior turbinate surgery or nothing like that, because I don't want to change the sound of my voice. Yeah, so I put up with it. And we live here in the Gongye-chu, the industrial park here in Hsinchu. So yeah, the air is often bad, so I'm usually hacking, sneezing, doing things like that, so forth. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. We're going to pour the rest of this in here. We are all paid up, so we're loose. We're free to go. So let me pop this in here. I don't need the rest of this. It was fun, wasn't it? I don't need the rest of that. Thanks for joining, Ken. That was fun. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to button this all up. Now we're going to go up here, and we're going to take this down and away, because we're not going to take any more calls. I'm going to turn the second device off. And I'm going to put the Wi-Fi box back. Yeah, thank you. My friend Dennis Birch came up with that. And so, yeah, this is my gimbal bag. And what I want to, no, it's okay, like this. And here's what we're going to do. That is, are going to go for a walk. And I'm going to put my change in here. Oh yeah, you know, I was just saying, Ken, you come on my show and you disrespect me by wearing such a cruddy looking shirt. Will you stop it? Man. These live streamers, man, they're so vain. You see me, man, I pick my nose on camera. Well, just about. Anyway, so I'll go this way because there's a girl walking. I don't want to show her. She's looking at me. Oops, hang on. My tripod got hooked on something. I have my little tripod on the... okay, I'm going to fold this up. Okay, here we go. Now, just so you guys know, oh, I got an emergency here. I got to pop the cover on this so I can drink it. Okay. This is what Win-Wins looks like. I showed this a long time ago. Now, the roll-down door is down just a little bit, see? But that's what Win-Wins looks like. And that's the famous table number 10. And there's nothing on there that belongs to me. She had this Budweiser sign put in about a year ago. Let's step back here. No, I'm not walking backwards. All right, this is what it looks like. Her sign is off, but she still has those customers upstairs. And you know, that's kind of a problem because they're not, when they're upstairs engaging in, let's just say, fraternization, they're not practicing social distancing by any means. And this is Win-Win's deep fried chicken place. Now you guys have seen this. Now my back is feeling so much better, which is why I'm out here showing you this, because a couple of weeks ago I tried to do a walk around and it was killing me. Here's the boss here. And this is deep fried chicken. The story was, I got a line message from Win-Win about a year ago or something, and she asked me how to translate like shang ji pai in English, which is this word here, these three here. This means, shang means like aromatic, you know, this means crispy skin, and this is chicken, and the pai means like a steak, like a chicken steak. All right, so then, so I told her it was deep fried chicken, but I didn't know she was gonna put it on a sign. You know, I mean, I would have picked a better name for her place. And this is funny. This says crispy chicken skin, right? Crispy skin, chicken skin. But now this new boss has come over here and taken over, and he doesn't do crispy chicken skin, which I love. So anyway, I'm just going to show a little bit here. This is the ice box. Hello. This is the ice box with all this stuff, and they got the crispy chicken. So, isn't it? It really, really is. Yeah. There's the chicken skin up there like that. You know what? I think I'm gonna mess with the boss because it says it's supposed to be crispy chicken skin, but he doesn't do crispy chicken skin. Do you want me to do that? Do you want me to have a little fun? You want me to have a little fun with the boss on that? See what he says? What do you think? Is that okay? Yeah, we can do that, right? 老板，请你拉一下。我要问你一个问题，很重要的问题。那个看板说吹 PGP 啊。
哦，那是因为以前的越南。
What is吹 P？
以前越南
GP， 你的 GP 不是吹的，为什么？
我比他还脆，我比他还脆。
什么？
我比他还好吃。
Oh, he's saying it's not necessarily crispy, but it's very good to eat. 哎，就是我问你，因为我
不会讲英文啦。
不是，
那个好。
对，那个看法。
他那是沾粉不一样，
对，我给我客人看，我这个说，
因为那个
吹皮的 GP
啊，法不同
啊，
他们用的哈
，It does still taste good, yes,
珠江粉
exactly.
跟我们的这个地瓜粉不一样，就这很讲地瓜叶，
我知道，
就这
我知道
地瓜比较脆， 它那个酥浆粉不脆。
不好意思，我讲笑话。因为哦，老朋友哈，对呀、啊，谢谢，谢谢 ，OK， bye bye. That was funny. Thanks, bye bye. Okay, that was some content exclusively for our Chinese speakers, but he knows I was messing with him because I'm like, the sign, you know, it says that it's crispy skin, right? But he was saying, yeah, it's not crispy, but it's good. It's still good. And like William said, you know, it's still good. It still tastes good. Yeah, exactly what he said. Oh, now I hear something. Now listen, we're going to go up here in a second. This is the Jar Jar store. It's closed. But over here are some ladies. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think they might be Taiwanese, but they might not be. But they don't have, I walked by earlier, they don't have masks on. And they don't seem to be too scared of anything. And so I might ask them, like, what are they doing? Or like, you know. I think they're Vietnamese, yeah. Oh, they're Vietnamese. Hey, 你好。我开直播。给网络朋友看看哈。谢谢啊。有一杯啊。这个是我的第4杯。谢谢。Thank you， 谢谢。为什么你们不会怕？没有戴口罩。
他解什么？戴口罩。
对。哎，对，台湾没问题哈。对啊，我们不会怕哈。哎，谢谢。有啊。没有戴啊。有。我喝的时间呢，吃饭时间不会带。哎，谢谢哈 ，Thank you， bye bye. Exactly right. That's exactly what he said. Thank you so much. Yes. And he just said Taiwan okay because everybody knows the word okay. And so then he looked at me, you know, and he said that I don't have some of them do. I believe some of them are Vietnamese, William. But, you know what? Just for the fun of it, can you tell me, because people tell me I have a Taiwan accent. And I went to Beijing and I ordered a tea and the guy said, you sound like a Taiwanese. I was like, yeah, thank you. But anyway, yeah, so that's it. And he was saying that I'm not wearing a mask. I said, yeah, but I'm drinking. And, you know, drinking times and eating times, I don't need a mask. But, yeah. So this is the highlight that I go to. Now I do not have my wide angle lens on. I'm still waiting for Prism to support that, so it definitely does. Gallardo, hey man, how's it going? They're not opening, but there's tons of them around. They're not opening anymore. How do you say that? Albi Sushi? Yeah. Maybe I should just call you Albi, but I don't know. But yeah, no, it definitely does. Absolutely. Because I was in Beijing, right, with my wife. And we were going to this hotel, right? So, okay, cool. Well, thanks, William. Because, you know, I consider myself to be, you know, 我觉得我是真的台湾人. So, you know, anyway. So we were in like, we were in Beijing. And every time the woman was speaking, like with the curled tongue, the sure, my goodness. I mean, you guys have heard me interact in Taiwan with people, and of course, because I'm a foreigner, you know, they go into areas that I don't understand, technical stuff especially. I didn't understand, like, anything she said. I can usually understand when she's okay, you know, you're in room 1224 or whatever. Man, I didn't understand anything. It was bizarre. So, anyway. Now, over here, this is a breakfast restaurant in my neighborhood, and they're closed now, but they're going to open at 4:30. And let me tell you what I do. I go in here, and they do an omelet for me, a 4-egg omelet. Oh, it is. It's a fantastic gimbal. Xeon Tech. This is the Smooth 3. It's about, gosh, it's almost 3 years old now, I think. They do a 4-egg omelet with 4 orders of bacon and 4 orders of cheese, man. And it's 170 NT. So divide that by 30. And it's like $5 and some change. Amazing. Oh, I'm feeling good tonight walking down the street. This is good. I'll go back and get my bike later. There's a lot of these. It says self-service laundromat, basically. It really, really is, William. Self-service laundry is quite a number of these here, because this neighborhood has a lot of foreign workers. I'm in a town called Hukou, and Albie, I think you speak Chinese. 这边是新竹县湖口乡，我住在新竹工业区. So now you know where it is. So there are, Gallardo, there are, and well, okay. Let me continue because we're having fun. I passed one of the convenience stores, but if I continue up here to the other convenience store, I can show you some of the social distancing that's been implemented. But you know, those people back there were partying and hanging out and having fun, not because they're being rebellious or scofflaws or anything like that. It's because it's really true. We are very safe in Taiwan. They have taken such good care of us. The National Health Insurance Company, or the National Health Insurance system here has just, I mean, well, you see the results, okay? We don't even have 400 cases, all right? A report came out today and said that it's virtually impossible for there to be any community outbreaks in Taiwan. So it turns out that this little island, even though it's threatened with 1,400 missiles, is still probably the safest place on Earth. This is a new steak place that opened up. Glad to see they're still in business. I worry about sometimes the little local businesses. I met a guy a couple of weeks ago from Sri Lanka who said that he was going to open a Sri Lankan restaurant right up here, not too far from where we are now. Yeah. Well, long live freedom anyway, that's for sure. Gallardo, you were asking about the claw machines. Here you go. There's 2 right here. There's one here. And then next door is another one. But do you see any customers? Now let me press the button on my watch here. It's 12:25. Sorry, I had to lower my gimbal. Yeah, there's no customers. Sure, it is late at night, but you know. Well, that's right. That's right, and also because of 2 factors, William. Number one, well, actually more than 2 factors. Those countries never dealt with that before. They had no idea what was going to happen, and they didn't implement it fast enough, and the people didn't take it seriously enough. That's okay. I mean, I would have preferred it to not be that way. It's just, it's horrible, the deaths. It's I try not to think about it because it really bothers me. But the numbers are going down, and you know, the measures are working. So that's all that matters, okay? You know, you can point fingers and all this stuff, but yeah. Now, this is interesting because I was talking about this. I have my own line group for my late night followers But I came here like 10 days ago, and there was only one table. Or excuse me, there was only one chair at each table. And inside, there was one chair over here and one chair over there. Everything was social distancing. And they had marks on the floor, and their marks are gone. Holy cow, I didn't realize that. Now, they have marks on the floor here, but that's just for where you just stand, you know, to go to the, you know, in front of the cash register. So, this is bizarre. In this particular store, which everybody knows is the Family Mart. Here we go here, the Family Mart, the famous Family Mart. This Family Mart here in this neighborhood, they have removed the social distancing marks, and they have put all the chairs back, because I came here with my wife and my dog to eat, and we couldn't sit together outside because they had one chair. So we got our fried chicken place here. Let's do this. You want to know something? Here's why. Well, they are, yeah. I mean, we never went too far off of being normal, but the fear has been almost completely eradicated because of the last few days. Because every time Commander Chen, you know, Chen Sejong comes on TV, right? And he says, you know, we had 3, or we had 2, or we had 1. If you look at the last 4 or 5 days, it looks like binary. It's 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, you know, kind of thing. So, yeah, people are definitely happy, and the fear has been removed. I have a business partner, everybody knows this, in Boston named Danny, and Danny tells me that all the people that he has to deal with on a daily basis are absolutely terrified. They don't know what to do. They don't have any masks. They sit at home and they just wonder what's going to happen, because they have no hope, basically, that this is going to be over anytime soon, and they don't know what is going to happen with their livelihood, their job, and medical insurance. Because in the United States, medical insurance is tied to employment. And I think what's going to happen is if people lose their jobs, and they lose their insurance. Ha! Haircut, yeah, I know. I got my haircut yesterday, and the girl was really cool. She asked me how I wanted it, and I said, I don't know, I can't see it. I trust you. Here's another claw machine over here. Claw machine place. Now, the reason I'm walking down here, because I got nothing else to do, but unless my wife calls me, then I'm going off the air. Another claw machine over here. The Sri Lankan gentleman, I think he said his name was Adula. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that he said that his new restaurant was over here, down this street, next to the Simple Mart. I don't see any sign that would indicate a restaurant. I've been wanting to come down here and take a look, but I just felt like taking a little walkabout. It's good exercise, and well, I don't know what to say. Nope, nothing down here that I can see. All right, so we're going to go back over here. I like how these comments are looking. They're looking really good. That's Prism Live, man, and I love having them from both platforms burned to the stream. No, but there's a day market over here. The night markets are a little closer to the main center of town, but there's a day market over here, And I have streamed that a number of times. Sure, Ken. It's great. It's great having you. Thank you. Yeah, I have to admit, I really like these comments. Look, and they look like they're boxed in too, every other one or so, or is it just, oh, I see. It's just the, you'll notice there's a kind of a, of a thin, like a gossamer box around the YouTube comments. Interesting. See you next time too, Ken. Thank you so much. All right, here's another claw machine. I'm just gonna walk down here. A couple of years ago, I did back in the glory days of Periscope, I did a stream that talked about these tent restaurants. That's good. There were restaurants here that exist only in tents. This is one of them. Of course, this guy's all tied up. He's gone. But there was one down here too. But it seems that they have put a permanent building up. This used to be, well, yeah, it's okay. It's basically a barbecue and quick fry place. Yeah, but this was a tent restaurant. I don't know why they got, oh, the lights malfunctioning. This was a tent restaurant. I haven't been down here walking, so, and to be honest with you, I don't take my car down here because this is a pain in the neck to drive. So I haven't actually been down here walking like this, gosh, in maybe a year. All right. Now, the Sri Lankan guy did mention something. He did mention the other Family Mart. So maybe he's down here. I'm going to take a look. Yeah, but I got to tell you, I went in a tent restaurant before. And there were some cool guys in there, Taiwanese guys, and they said, hey, have a seat. And I did, and we're drinking, and they were smoking. I wasn't. Having a good old time. So, but the thing is, right, is you take one of these parking lots, okay, like this one over here, or this one over here, and you can get a space in one of these places for about $30 US a month. So you rent 4 of them, and you put a tent on it. And you got a restaurant. I mean, it really makes a lot of sense from an economic standpoint. Now, this place over here, that's a dumpling place, but over there is a Vietnam place, and I used to go over there a long time ago. I actually had a gig there. I played a show there with my MIDI keyboard and stuff a long time ago. I haven't been in that place. I bet I haven't been in that place for 4 years. I don't know who's running it now, but this over here, it's all gone. That's all claw machine. All right, so look, this is the second High Life. So let's see if this, oh, there's, you know what? There's red lanterns. That means a new place. I'm going to go over here and see if this Sri Lankan guy has this new business here. And the lanterns are lit, and it's all lit up. So who knows? Let's just see what's going on. Yeah, you see the, oh, well, it's hard to see because they're washed out, but there's red lanterns over here. That usually means a new business. See those lanterns? Nope, these are just people's houses. Okay, those are religious. Okay. Yeah, because you see this? That's what we call a, take care, Dean. That's what we call a Tai Chi. See that? Yeah, so that's like a, that is actually a temple that's in the bottom floor of somebody's house. And yeah, okay. This is read from right to left. Okay, well, sorry about that, because actually red lanterns do also mean a temple. Taoist temples usually have those those red lanterns. Anyway, I just thought I would check that out and see if I could see where the Sri Lankan guy was, but I gotta ride my bike down here. I don't have a motor scooter. I don't like them, and I would rather get the exercise, and this is only like, what, 3/4 of a kilometer or something. I see these young guys, Filipino guys and Vietnamese guys running around these electric scooters, and it's like all they're trying to do is extend their range of debauchery. They're just making themselves accessible to a greater radius of women, and that's about it. Otherwise, they're pretty lazy. But look at this. This place is huge. I haven't counted these, but there's probably about 40 machines in there. Wow. All right, so I think that about wraps it up. We're gonna start walking back. You guys take care. Thanks so much for joining. In a few minutes, I'm gonna change the, well, I'm gonna change the title. I'm such an idiot. I feel bad. Sometimes I do that. The workflow has changed using Prism Live Studio. So I want to thank everyone. I want to thank my sponsor, ivideo.com.tw. Karate? I'm not sure. Thanks very much, William. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for your support. Hope to see you again. And you're welcome anytime on my channel. And Mike, I'm not sure what you mean about the karate scope, but okay. You guys take care, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for joining. Bye-bye. And that's a wrap. Another good show. Boy, did I have fun.